High school football week number 6, the Millbrook Pioneers hosting Kettle Run after their bye week the week before. Coach Josh Haymore from the Millbrook Pioneers joining me as always. Coach, obviously, I know we discussed it, the result against Skyline going into the bye week. Just overall, your bye week, how well do you think your players handled it with the adversity you faced and just preparing for another tough opponent in Kettle Run?
Well, I think we did a good job of holding them accountable about their play from last week or the week before last against Skyline, and really studying the film with each other and showing us where we went wrong, and it was a lot of effort things. It's we got to get out there and play and all that stuff, and that's what we coached during the week. If we did whatever we did, we were going to do it 100% effort, or we were going to start it over. If you're going to be out there, you need to go out there and you need to have the intent that you're going to play as hard as you possibly can, every second, every snap, all that stuff. So, we did that. We had a little bit of fun, all that good stuff, got back to fundamentals. But the biggest thing was showing the discipline and continuously building on the discipline. The penalties were down a little bit last week, which was good. But we just got to play harder. We put it on film, and now we got to show the state and whoever else, the area and the region, that we can play harder than what we did.
So, and to also mention hosting Kettle Run, sort of that aspect to it as well. I'm sure you and me both know what Kettle Run can do, obviously looking at them year in and year out, but how has practice been knowing that you have Kettle Run right on Friday night as well?
Well, I think it goes for any opponent. Regardless of who it is and all that stuff, the biggest game is always the next game. It is Kettle Run, but we really needed to focus on us and doing the right things, making sure that, we're blocking the right way. We were tackling the right way. We were giving 1,000% effort when we get out there on the field. And that's what we really concentrated on. We watched a lot of Kettle Run film and practiced against them. But, like I told the coaches, the biggest thing is while we practiced against them, we need to make sure that we're focusing on us and making sure we're seeing the keys and making sure we're asking the right questions and we're coaching the kids hard to get them to play hard. So regardless of the opponent, it's the biggest game. I learned that from Coach Mankins, Millbrook's basketball coach and AD a couple years ago. The biggest game is your next one. Doesn't matter who you're playing. That's the biggest game is the next one.
So looking at Kettle Run, obviously you just mentioned you saw a lot of film. What are you sort of seeing that stands out to you and hoping in terms of their game plan? What are you hoping to try to stop from them?
Well, they're a really good Kettle Run team. Kettle Run, ever since Porterfield's got there, I think he's done a good job of teaching them that they need to be disciplined, that they play hard on every snap. They have good schemes on offense and defense. They got, you look at them sometimes, you're like, man, they're not as athletic as they were last year, or they're not as big as they were last year. They're always going to put together a team that's going to be competitive no matter what. And they don't make mistakes. They play hard on every play. They don't turn the ball over. They don't, when they do get a turnover from the other team, they capitalize on it. They make good decisions with the ball. They, everything that they do is very crisp and fundamentally sound. He does a good job over there, just making sure that they're doing the right things and being a very disciplined football team. So it's going to be a good game.
And obviously hosting Kettle Run, this will be the Millbrook Hall of Fame game. Just your comments on the Hall of Fame class for Millbrook this year.
I'm excited about it. I loved that last year when we were able to play at home and have all the inductees out there, Coach Mankins and Coach Sanders and everybody there. And actually that was 2 years ago. Tyler Vaughn, those guys, it was really good to see them all. And then going to the induction ceremony the next day was awesome. This year, we're inducting six members this year. And I think it's just awesome to watch and listen to them about, the people that actually come from Millbrook and how it holds true of how good the people are. good athletes, good people, all that stuff. So it's good to have those guys and have our kids right there on the sidelines watching that whole thing to see, you know, the traditions and the athletes that have come out of Millbrook. It's good. It's good. Great to see. I'm glad our kids get to see it.
It's the Hall of Fame game. Week 6 high school football, the Millbrook Pioneers hosting the Kettle Run Cougars. As always, the head coach of the Millbrook Pioneers, Coach Josh Haymore. Coach, really appreciate your time, sir. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. I appreciate it.